What is going on, everybody? It is the Walkthrough King, and here we have a guide on the Outbreak Easter Egg for Cold War Zombies. This is the first Outbreak Easter Egg. There's going to be another one dropping soon, but that will be another video for another day. Anyways, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely recommend subscribing and joining our amazing community, as well as a like on this video would be appreciated and would help the channel out quite a bit. So let's get right into things. Now, the Easter egg was just solved, and for some of the steps, there are a ton of different locations to be able to get the parts that you need. As of right now, not every single location is known since there are 5 different Outbreak maps. I'm going to be showing off as many as I can in this video guide, but check out the description as I'll keep updating the description with every single location possible once it is known. With that being said, let's get right into step 1. For step 1, you may have to progress to round 3 in order to get the radio to spawn, but we are going to be looking for a radio that is similar to the one for the music Easter egg, except this one will not show up on the mini-map. And then once we turn on the radio, you have to fight some enemies. Once you kill those, you will get a radio frequency that you have to match to 3 other radios within that area. I would recommend using Subtitles for this one, as it makes it very easy with Subtitles to tell what frequency you need to turn it to, as well as it makes it easy to find the radios in general. For this video guide, I don't have all of the locations for the radios, but I'll show you the ones that we do know, so you can go ahead and use those locations, and then as soon as all of the locations are discovered, like I said, I'll keep that in the description and keep it updated. The first radio location that we know of is at the farm here at Golova, with the extra 3 radios that you need to tune to the proper frequency being right nearby here. The second location that we know of over at Duga is in the top right area right here, with the extra 3 radios that you have to tune in this area. Moving on, there is a radio here at Sanatorium, right underneath Sanatorium, next to the statue, with its 3 supporting amplifiers right here in these locations. Credit to Beast Mode on Reddit as well for these images. I will link his username in the description. I wasn't actually able to get footage of these locations myself in game. For Alpine, I do not have footage and I've not seen footage of it, but it has been reported to be at Steep Grove location in Alpine. If there is somewhere else that it is, I will update the description with that. And lastly, for Ruka, I've also not been able to get that one to spawn in yet, but I have seen that people have said they have found it near Pack-a-Punch. I'll also have the exact locations posted in the description for that. Now, once you have gone and got the radio to the proper frequency, as well as all the amplifiers to the proper frequency, you will get a special drop, which also is an artifact when you pick it up. And you need to take this to the beacon and attach it to the beacon. Once you have attached it to the beacon, you will then have a third option where you could talk to Maxis over a protected frequency that was set up. And then you will have completed step 1 once you have done this. Next, we are going to round skip. And once you have round skipped, we are going to be looking for a monkey with a symbol that is an M next to it. And once you find this, go ahead and take it out and it will drop a new artifact, which is film slides that you need. Each map has 4 different spawn locations for the monkeys. On the video now is going to be all of the maps with all 4 locations and a brief description right underneath the dot showing where it's at. Once you have the film slides, we are going to be looking for a projector to play this on. There is 1 projector location for each map, I believe. The projector for Sanatorium can be found here at this building. The projector for Golova can be found here in this building. The last 3 I don't have footage of, but I do have information on. For Duga, the projector is at the administration offices on the 3rd floor. For Alpine, the projector is in the Pack-a-Punch building lodge on the top floor. Ruka's projector is on the second floor of the Wonder Fizz building. Once you have gone to the projector and you have played these slides, Maxis will then instruct you to go to the Ruka map. So you're just going to round skip until you get Ruka. I believe it should just give you Ruka every single time once you do hit this step. So keep that in mind as well. You may want to set up before this, because once you do get to Ruka and once you enter the next phase, you're pretty much stuck there and then you get sent to the boss fight right away. And you want to be pretty well set up as the boss fight gets insane. So keep that in mind before you start playing the slides through the projector. Once you have gotten onto Ruka, you're going to go to the missile silo area, and all players need to then go into the elevator. It will then take you down to the bottom floor. Once you are in this new missile launch area, you want to make your way down to the area that I do and deactivate the security protocols. Once you do that, there will be a cutscene that plays. And then we are in the final phase before the boss fight. We need to get 3 launch code keys. And these are actually fairly easy to get. There's no particular order that you have to get these keys either. One of the keys can be found upstairs. There's going to be a ton of mimics that spawn in. Just go ahead and take out all of those mimics. And once you do, in Area C, there's a dead body that you can go up to, and you can grab the key off of the body. It'll spawn in a new mimic type that is covered in blood, I believe. It just looks really red. And once you kill that mimic, you can go ahead and pick up the key off of the mimic's body. A second key can be obtained by going to this Aether canister that is in this area. And once you activate it, you are then going to have to search this area for Aether crystals, shoot the Aether crystals, and they'll drop a shard. Pick up the shard, you need to get 20 of these, then go back to the Aether canister and deposit all 20. Once you do that, you can actually pick up the Aether canister, and then you're going to head into Area D, and at Area D, you can see one of the jellyfish that is floating near the ceiling. Go ahead and stand by these stairs that is right next to it to the right of it, and there's a little area with grass growing basically on the stairs. Stand on that area and then activate the Aether canister. You'll then be levitated through the air and put into the jellyfish, and you want to pick up the key as you are in the jellyfish, and that is how you complete this step. If you do use your Aether canister special abilities before you get to the jellyfish, then you'll have to repeat this process and get all 20 of the Aether crystals. So basically, don't worry if you mess up, you just have to repeat this part over again. For the third key, you're going to want to head into Area A, and then you could pick up an essence trap right here in this area. Once you have picked that up, you're going to be listening out for a monkey that spawns in Area A. It'll spawn in the vents itself. If you get too close to the monkey, it will go invisible, so keep that in mind. Once you have located the monkey in the vent, you're going to want to throw the essence trap a little bit away from the vent itself, as if you throw it right next to the vent, the monkey will move locations. So throw it kind of close but a little ways away. The monkey will then head to the essence trap, and then you could double tap your action key and you'll capture the monkey. Once you do that, go and pick up the essence trap, and then you'll obtain the key. Once you have all 3 keys, you are now on the final phase. You can launch the nukes. Now, I'm not sure if there is a way to tell what the nuke order is for launching. If there is, I'll update the description, but it's very easy to brute force. At the top of each area, at A, B, and D, there's a console that you can interact with, which will start the launch process. There's a specific order that you have to activate these in. It does change per game. The first game we tried, it was ABD, and then the second game we did, it was BAD. If you end up selecting the wrong one, all that happens is a bunch of enemies spawn. You could take them out, and then you could try the process again. So try to activate them one at a time until you have all 3 in the proper order. Very easy to brute force. If there is a way to tell the exact order that you need right off the bat without having to brute force, I'll put that in the description. Once you do end up activating all 3 in the proper order though, you want to head back into the main upstairs area and then quickly rush up the stairs all the way to the exit door. Once you get there, you will exit outside and the boss fight will begin. This is all now timed. You have 8 minutes to beat the boss, otherwise you will fail. The boss fight itself is extremely intense. You are going to want some long range weapons in this. We took in shotguns the first try and we ended up failing with that. So you do want multiple weapons, one of them being a longer ranged weapon. It is going to help a ton. The way to do this boss fight is the boss will teleport to different areas with the crystals, and he will lock down that area. You kind of want to avoid that area as it'll get really intense over there, and you'll probably end up dying, especially when he locks it down. He has one other attack where he shoots out an electric orb into the middle of the map or around that area, and that could one-shot you, so be aware of that. It's kind of easy to tell when he's doing that attack as he looks like he's charging up. The way to actually beat him, though, is you want to keep focusing on his chest and shooting the armor. Make sure you're actually getting damage values, as sometimes he is immune to damage. And once you do enough damage to his armor and his chest, he will then kind of explode, and there'll be 3 orbs that spawn around him. You just want to shoot these orbs, and each orb that you destroy takes out 33% of his health. So once you destroy all 3 orbs, then you will have beaten the boss fight and beaten the Outbreak Easter egg. Anyways, I hope this guide helped you guys out. Once again, if you are new to the channel, definitely recommend subscribing. I try to post as many guides over zombies as I can, and I try to post them as fast as possible. But that is that. This has been the Walkthrough King, and we'll see you guys at the next video. Peace!